Welcome back everybody to my channel. My name is Katrina Marie and I'm here to make sure that you become the very best possible applicant before you click submit. Now today I'm going to be talking to you about why I absolutely hate college rankings, because so many of the students that I work with, they are so hung up on this topic of college rankings and what that is. And today we're going to be talking a bit about that and why I feel it's not going to help you when it comes to applying to universities and colleges around the world. Now, before I get into that, I want to invite you, if you feel motivated and inspired by my videos, to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel that this information is going to help somebody that you know, because again, we're here to help each other at the end of the day. And that's the kind of vibe that I'm coming from. I want to ensure that you don't feel scared in this process, that you actually feel more empowered, and that you're going towards the direction of your dreams, and that you feel like you know exactly what you're going to be doing before you hit that submit button. And if you are looking for one-on-one private coaching, all the details are in the links below. If you want to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, etc., all of that is also available to you down below. Now, I do charge for my consultations, but if you do decide to work with me in a long-term capacity, that fee gets waived off the top of that package. So I invite you to book with me down below, fill out the questionnaire so I get to know you a bit better. Now, let's dive into today's topic of why I hate, and I mean definitely dislike, college rankings. Well, first and foremost, they've only been around for less than 40 years. This is something that's been constructed in order to get you to start thinking about how to view universities. It's literally telling you should look at this and not that. And the metrics behind it, a lot of people don't even understand how a university even gets ranked. So I invite you, the next time that you look at a college ranking or you're searching for the ranking, you need to ask yourself, well, what is this even off of? Like, how do they even come to this decision of it being the top business school in this country or the top institution in the world? A lot of the times that metric or what they're evaluating the rankings off of is not even important to students. It's just not. So again, do your research, understand what it is that is creating these rankings at the end of the day. Because let me tell you, universities are businesses. So you go to school all your life, and then you go to another learning institution, and essentially they're going to take your money so that you can learn. And that's a business, right? You are paying for a service to get an education. And you are paying for these professors. You're paying for the community. You're paying for the resources. You're paying for the access. This is no different than if you were to pay for an online course or mentoring or coaching or other forms of learning in different capacities. It is the same exact concept. It is a business. So universities use rankings as a marketing tool to capture your attention. So the more they put some value and prestige on something, the more people will create high demand. So the reason why Ivy Leagues and Russell Group schools and top 100 schools are so in demand is because they have created an image of high value, high network, the types of people that are coming out of that institution, the type of community that it provides to you. So it's going to generate lots and lots and lots of demand and kind of create this idea of exclusivity. So that is what businesses do at the end of the day. So if you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, or that's your goal, you want to create a product that's going to create high demand where you're going to be saying, I'm going to be charging for this price. This is what you're going to get out of it, da, 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 da. So that's what rankings do essentially. They get the illusion or the belief for people to start thinking about, oh, this is ranked number one in the world, so this must be the best, and if I get access to the best, this is what my outcomes are going to be. Some of that can be true. I'm not saying that it's not true, but what I am trying to say is I'm trying to get you to think about, you shouldn't solely be thinking about rankings being the only factor of being a good school, because you wouldn't believe how many times I hear that term, good school. I want to go to a good university, a good school, a good college. But my question to you, I want you to ask yourself is, what is a good school? What does that mean to me? Why is this so important that I need to go to the number one school, right? Because if you're just picking it for the name, I guarantee you it's not going to probably be the right fit. And I'm all about, creating a holistic channel here where I teach you how to find the best place for you so you can grow, thrive, and become the best possible person you can be. So I want to invite you to really consider looking at rankings in a very different capacity, because again, businesses at the end of the day need to market themselves. And that's what a university is. It is just a form of marketing. And I want you to look at the different ranking bodies and look at the metrics that they are using in order to capture your attention. So when I want you to do your research, when you are thinking about a college, a university, and you never heard of it before, I want you to think to yourself, is this a safe place for me to live? Is this a place where I'm going to enjoy the weather? Is this a place that I'm actually going to call home one day, especially if you want to move to another country or another city? I really want you to start thinking about what more you're going to get out of this experience versus just the name. Because I can tell you this, employers are not hiring you off of the name of the university you attended. Trust me, they are going to look at the skill sets you've gained, the opportunities that you took advantage of, the things that you did while you were there at the university. So this is what employers are looking at. Yes, maybe if you have an alumni network and connections within an institution, maybe that might get you a certain job. But the name of the university, what I find from most hiring professionals, people who hire people for a living, they are not looking at the name of your university. They are not. Okay, so I really, really want more than anything for you guys to understand rankings are a marketing scheme. They are. And so the more and more I get this message out, the more and more you guys are going to feel empowered that there are so many institutions in the world. There are 28,000. You are going to find a home somewhere. And if it is not at an Ivy League for your undergrad, maybe you can do a master's there or a PhD later on. It doesn't have to be straight out of the gate. So I want you to understand that you are going to find a place that you're going to feel like happy at the end of the day. You're going to love being there. You're making friends. You're connecting with your professors. You're learning valuable content that's only going to add so much to your life. Now, people don't find that information on a website, right? So how do you find that information? How do I know if it's safe or if I'm going to get, what I need from this university? Great. I'm so glad you asked that question because you're not going to get that from the rankings. The rankings are going to tell you about happiness. They're not going to tell you about, connection with community and student life. They might do that, but that's not always the case. That's just data that universities collect to measure student happiness and outcomes. But what you're really going to get is if you talk to people who went to that university and get, an objective or a subjective opinion. Maybe you want to go visit the campus for yourself. Maybe you want to do a summer program and stay there for a couple of weeks and just get a feel for the campus. There's so many ways you can capture that information, and it's not through the ranking. I'm sorry. That is just not going to happen, you guys. So next time you are doing your university research and you think, oh, I want to go to the school because it is a good school, it's highly ranked, ask yourself, why is it highly ranked? Who ranked this? When was this ranked this? Like the rankings change constantly. So I actually got a chance to meet one of the university presidents for a top Canadian university. And one of the things that he told me about rankings was that all presidents of different universities, they get sent a survey. And the survey literally just has you rank other universities. And that's one metric of how universities are getting ranked, is that they're just ranking each other, and everybody's going to be ranking, the same things because they're just kind of not wanting to put in the work how would other people know what's good at a university or not if they're not there, right? So this whole thing is a bit skewed and messy. And just because university professors are one of the metrics, how much research is coming out of an institution, doesn't make another institution any less valuable. So let's just use Johns Hopkins or Stanford. Yes, lots of beautiful, amazing research is coming out of these wonderful institutions. But does that make it any better than another institution that has less research coming out of it? Maybe that university isn't a research institution. Maybe they're a liberal arts college, right? So research isn't really happening at the liberal arts institutions because it's not a research institution. So does that make it any less valuable, you guys? I hope you guys are getting the concept here that rankings are just a marketing scheme. There are metrics there to help you make an informed choice, but it's not really an informed choice. It's just just this game, and then it's creating all this fear with you guys and creating all this confusion and competition and anxiety, and we're not, this is not the vibe, you guys. Applying to college is so easy. I want you guys to imagine just for a second that what if college rankings just didn't exist at all in the world? What if it just didn't exist? you might have less fear, you might have less anxiety, you might be feeling like it is actually possible to get into a good university, because your definition would change if rankings just didn't even exist. So I just want to leave you with that final thought. What if rankings just didn't exist? How would you view this college application process differently? How would you create your list of universities differently that mean something to you? So I want to invite you to think about this question, because it is a very profound, deep question. Not many college counselors out there are talking about this, and I'm somebody with nearly 20 years of experience working with students who have applied to top universities all around the world, and community colleges, and not even gone to college. Like, they just went straight to work or the military or whatever. I've worked with so many incredible students in my career, and I want to just remind you that there is a place for you. You are meant for greatness, no matter your circumstances, no matter how much money is in your bank account or your parents' bank account, or your socioeconomic background. Like, you are meant for whatever is meaningful for you, you guys. And so if this feels timely and inviting, I invite you to book a one-on-one session with me so I can really deep dive, help you clarify what it is that you want out of the university experience, and ensure that you get to your dream university where you're going to feel happy, you're going to feel safe, you're going to feel like you're getting the best opportunities to you, because all of this is really about your mindset, you believing in yourself and knowing that it is possible. And sometimes we just need a little gentle push from somebody who can see it from a different lens and can really push you to get to that result. So I love you guys. I hope that this was super helpful for you, and I want you to just ask yourself, what if rankings just didn't exist? How would I view this differently? All right. I hope this message is really timely for you, and please share, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.